police feel like they already got it figured out, the vehicles that led to the scene? And I mean, how do you feel about the trial? Are you going?
Yeah.
Are you?
I won't. I'm not going. But honestly, this is how I feel, gang. You know, they did a lot of fluky, gang. You know what I'm saying? They gave the feds they self, gang, on the internet, and they songs, they videos, they activities. So they on the phone sending the video back and forth through each other, cause of goofy shit. They did a lot of stupid shit, gang. They can't blame nobody but they self. Ain't nobody the police but them. Them niggas the ones who went to jail and completed the RICO Act on they self. Because they all went in there and throw each other under the bus, bro. They trying to throw Vaughn under the bus because Vaughn had all the money. And we just blame it on the nigga with the money, right? And that backfire, gang. Because they gave up murders, all type of shit. Shorty, y'all think I'm going back to jail for them, because they said I OD? I ain't shit on folks' grave. I ain't nobody, boy. Shorty, but that ain't what Shorty and them doing. See, murder and all them niggas, them niggas in that implicator. This is why I keep saying, bro, has these niggas us in telling on us, gang. Cause that's all they do. Every time them niggas get wrapped up in some of my sister, them niggas, they give up, gang. Ain't none of them locked up for my homies. And none of my homies testified on them. On Tuka, my homie them locked up for they homies, and they was telling on us, getting on the stand on us, gang. This is what they been doing for years. Slide, y'all protected by the police, and y'all gonna get on the stand. Stop it, gang. How y'all up in what? Y'all up on convictions? On Tuka. You talking about my homie Dome was just for to get ready to come home and they said my homie killed himself in jail. Why the fuck my homie kill himself? He just got manslaughter. He just beat the body in so many words, gang. He just killed these things to come home. Y'all talking about folks committed suicide, stop it. But how y'all think Dom got the, oh, Baby 600 and Baby O-Block them was in that bitch singing. Free Lil Mikey, free Wee Wee, free Dom, free Don. Bro, this shit can keep going on, bro. What, Shorty and them actually, they crazy, gang. And this shit is on 2nd grade before motherfuckers start getting too far and get off the track, you know what I'm saying? In real life, right? This how I feel. Justice for Duck. Fuck them. Fuck they mamas, they kids, all that shit. Cause my homie was downtown shopping for his son. My homie died the day before his son's birthday. You talking about Duck was a rapper, gang? Duck money sliding, gang? Come on, bro. Out of here, dude them. Fuck them. Fuck them. It's been stops. Fuck them now. Fuck them tomorrow. Fuck them the next day. Fuck them the day after that. On Tuka, fuck them. Shandil, dude them. Scribe, fuck them, boy. My homie gone, boy. He died going to get his son an outfit to wear for his birthday. Child, goofy ass on. Y'all, them little niggas could have been doing anything else, man. Y'all getting all this money, bro. Y'all jacked y'all self, gang. Y'all did that to y'all self. And Lil Durk helped. You talking about, cause all them niggas was with Lil Durk. They flew in, everybody keeps saying Shorty and them got snatched out of Parkway, Shorty and them got snatched out of Parkway. No, the they did. Shorty and them got snatched out the airport. Getting off Lil Durk jet, gang. Motherfucker point that out. Motherfucker talking about what's really going on. It's a RICO Act going on, right? RICO consists of money laundering and racketeering and et cetera, right? Who got the most money? Lil Durk, right?
Right.
He free as his name barely even come up in a lot of shit, right? How the they fighting the RICO? So where the money at? Where the racketeering coming in at?
Everyone will be using this ad blocker on Twitch by 2025. Meet Pi, the ad blocker that actually works on...
They don't even have lawyers. They only one person got a lawyer. Muwap lawyer was only $10,000. I paid that for my lawyer on my gun case. Y'all think he got a good lawyer? Let's be serious, man. And all the rest of them niggas, they telling on each other, brother. It was 11 people, there's 11 statements made. 14 people involved in Durk's case.
Damn.
But they only talk about, what they say, the Dream Six? Some shit like that? What they call them, the Dream Six? Come on, bro.
Oh, Black
14
Six.
motherfuckers, gang, involved in Durk's case. Ain't helping getting him.
Do you think the King Von 100K was real?
Man, Durk, 100K, yeah. Von, no.
I don't want to put that on Durk. I don't want to
put
do
it on
that.
dude. But come on, bro. Von, 100K gang. They was still robbing niggas while Von was alive. All that money that everybody thought Von and them had, they had some motion though. Don't get it wrong, they had motion going on. But again, they was still robbing motherfuckers for 20, 30,000. Probably so though. They say he got 5 million before he died, and another 24 after he died. Ain't no telling what Von had in the works. I don't know. But what I do know is all that shit happened. Von as he sacrificed. Bro, for real. Duck said in 63 bars, he say, Lil Durk, why the fuck you send this little boy to play with me? You should have did that shit yourself if you had something to say to me. On my homie. He said they trying to tell me don't say nothing, but I just can't keep quiet. But let me get to the main thing. The main thing he say basically he just signed you over to the Illuminati. You want to see your body? Now that nigga by me. That's fucked up. Cause Duck gone right now. And them words mean so much. Because Von really dead bound. Duck died, right? Von died, what, 2 months later? Mm-hmm. Von was gonna be richer than Durk had he not died.
It was yeah, Von was heating up. He was heating up crazy.
Y'all better pay attention to this. This shit real, bro. The gatekeepers to this shit is real, bro.
The trial. What's your are you going to?
Fuck 'em.
You're not gonna go to the trial or watch on?
Nah. Cause everybody gonna be there, right? And I'm Butta. I'm him. I'm not gonna be there while they there.
Got you.
Sure, they did 90 miles all the way downtown to keep Duck. Seriously, gang. Motherfucker gotta be realistic. I'm not gonna be the one you catching in that bitch with no shirt on, talking about justice for Duck, and get my stupid ass at the end.
Smart. Yeah, you smart.
No matter how people want to put it, bro. Everybody want to see what's gonna go on in this case. This is the biggest case in Chicago right now. Seriously. On the up and up. And it's for the be people that motherfuckers don't even know. Never even seen. Cousins.
Fans, all type of shit.
You see what I'm saying? And the motherfucker do something just to get their name busting. Or find a way in, or to feel like they did something for a motherfucker that they probably don't even know for real.
Mm.
But this my way in. You feel me? And I'm not gonna be a nigga way in. You see Carlos, that nigga wasn't even from over there.
I mean, it's crazy to think about it. Like, it used to cost millions to advertise on TV, and now, because of streaming, even with $50, I mean, you can advertise on TV. You can advertise between your favorite TV shows. You can advertise on live sports.
Oh, it's your boy Trench News, and I'm back at y'all with another one. Appreciate all the support. Thanks for everyone who subscribed to the channel. If you ain't subbed to my channel, make sure you do. Make sure you join the membership. Shout out to the mod squad. If you ain't following my mods, you can follow their ads at the end of this video. Remember, if you got anything extra, food, hygiene, clothes, bag it up, take it outside, and give it to the less fortunate. Remember, we all one step away from being homeless, man. I don't care how much money you say you got or think you got. Mother Nature could come, destroy it, and now you ain't got no money, man. So make sure you get back. I mean, you ain't got nothing, so make sure you get back. With that being said, let's say the kids, the women, the elderly, the neutrons, and the civilians, happy Tuesday to everybody. Hope everybody's safe, ate, and all that good stuff, man. But we're going to get into it, man. We got Lil Durk. We talking about Lil Durk. We talking about the Jam. And we talking about King Yella. All right, so I want to just start off with myself first. Let's just get this out the way. Trenches News, yeah. I testified for Duck, which is King Yella friend, a person who been sitting on the internet woofing and talking about what he gonna do and ain't did shit. Okay, it was like just like the rest of them. Okay, so we gonna get that out the way. Yeah, I did. Everybody knew it. Yeah, I did. Okay, but for the simple fact that King Yella, you had caught a case. You the same person that be on the internet before anybody found out that them records was unsealed. You was the main one on the internet saying that you not supposed to talk to the police. You're not supposed to go in no room and talk to them, ask for a lawyer, right? So why you got a 200 and some pages talking to them?
That's
Page
crazy.
22 specifically, you said
Shit.
you mentioned Durk. You mentioned that he was BD. You mentioned that O Block 600 and Lamron was the same thing. You mentioned that 600 Breezy was BD. You mentioned that Snapdog was GD, an affiliate of Lil Durk. That's a RICO, bro. You building the case. You further information. No, I know what you gonna say, Yella. You gonna say, but I ain't getting nobody arrested. We don't know that. They could have been watching somebody and been popping people off with guns and shit because of your information.
That's crazy.
They ain't just asked you all this shit about Lil Durk, Snapdog, and all them for nothing, Yella. You wasn't even supposed to be talking about them because you got popped off for a gun.
Trenches News
But
disposing
you got to
that
talk
shit.
about them. And this how we found out. How 1090 Jake found out. Because I'm looking at it right now. You try to get it sealed, brother. You try to get the paperwork sealed after you done made an agreement. After you done told these people that you try to get it sealed. And they like, nah, bro. That wasn't the agreement. You try to get off, terminate your probation. That wasn't the agreement. See, the agreement was that they could use it. They could use this information in further investigations. And you ain't want nobody to see it, so you try to get it to seal. So all that shit you got to say about me, throw it out the window. You should be the last person talking, bro. You should be the last person talking, Yella. But I'm going to play the 1090J clip, and then I'm going to get back to it.
Crazy how they feel about getting identified as members by a rapper. How we feel about that?
He basically is incriminating me, saying that I am a bad individual to the community, and I'm just a rapper, man. You know,
There's a lot of types of members.
I don't know what Simone is talking about. He's basically trying to get me out the way, y'all. He's trying to get me. I won't be his friend. He's trying to get me off the streets. He done told them that I'm a gang member to the feds. And man, that's y'all homie, man.
You heard it here first.
It hit different when they snitching on me.
Now, the detective would ask about a man that was stopped at a fashion show that was cool with Lil Durk, and Yella would say, Snapdog. The detective, playing dumb, would say, that's his name, and Yella would confirm, saying he was in Vegas a couple months ago. Snapdog would take the Instagram after learning Yella brought his name up in the interrogation room.
Hey, my nigga 1090 Jake a real one, bro. My nigga called me, man. Told me, y'all boys ain't street like how y'all say y'all is, man. Trying to get my motherfucking name up to the police and shit, man. Y'all niggas is pitiful, bro.
The detective would then start asking about Durk, with Yella confirming they're the 300s, before
Yella
naming members
Yella
that would
telling?
kill. The detective would then ask if 300 gets along with 600, but a part of Yella's answer would be redacted. Yella would confirm he's cool with Montana 300, and that he isn't the same 300 as Durk. And when asked about Fredo's passing, he'd be asked about his associate that said fuck Fredo. Yella would describe him as a hothead from Chicago named John.
Hey, what's going on though, Shorty? Huh? That big up. Hey. Hey. Fuck Fredo.
With the main detective done asking questions, he'd ask his partner if he had any questions, and he'd ask Yella to confirm the gun was Kayla's. Yella said he didn't know where she got it, and didn't know the last time she had it. So within 20 minutes, detectives would learn Yella's a GD, Offset's a GD, why Yella and Offset have issues, 600 Breezy's a BD, why they had a confrontation, Snapdog fucks with Durk, Durk's 300, 300 and 600 aren't the same but are the same, Montana of 300 isn't 300, John dissed Fredo, and Yella got the gun from Kayla. That's a whole lot of shit for someone who dropped a song about rappers folding in the interrogation room. What's crazy is King Yella didn't even have a co-defendant in this case, but still named names and gangs. And the only reason this paperwork was available is because King Yella filed a motion to suppress it from his federal case, which obviously didn't work.
Hi,
But this isn't
nigga,
the only
tell
paperwork
it.
on King Yella. Another platform will post an old arrest stating Yella was 19 years old when he was charged with criminal sexual abuse. The report would state Yella was taken into custody on signed complaints that Yella, who was 19 years old, knowingly did the nasty with the victim who was 15
And
years
I forgot the case on the kid that you had, bro. So when you mentioned my name, Yella, just take in consideration, man, about your own troubles that you got going on, bro. Because we don't know who got locked up, who could have got locked up. You went in there for a gun that you got caught with, and then you got to time about everybody else, except the gun charge. When you go in there for a gun, any street person going there got locked up for a gun. Hey, after you see Money Duke them, I don't want to talk. I want a lawyer. They put them in a cage and ship them off to Cook County. No, you went in the sidebar with the law. So don't say nothing about me, Yella, but...
Crazy work going on right now, man.
As far as OTF Jam and Lil Durk, hey, I ain't got nothing to do with their case. But don't worry about who inboxed me and who talked to me, because clearly don't nobody mess with you. Duck was your friend. Duck gone now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, they tell you how they feel about you. You know what I'm talking about? Probably billionaire you cool with. But far as like the real members, they say you a goofy. They done got on every platform and said you was a goofy. The op said you was a goofy. They don't even know you to be pushing peace. You all the way from 73rd to Ada. Ada, I got a question for you. Why you don't talk about Ada in that area over there? Why you don't talk about none of that? You ain't got no stories from over there? You ain't got no stories. So you living off Duck name. That's what you live off. Hey, all I got to say is, man, hey, look, Jam part of the case, man. Jam part of the case. And his people did hit me up, but they try to spin me. You know what I'm saying? They try to spin me because I know them. Nobody knew that Jam was from MTV. Nobody knew that. Everybody keep on saying Lamron and all that shit. Hey, look, bro, he from MTV. At the end of the day, any Lamron member will tell you where he from. Y'all don't even know these people. You just catching stories behind other people and reporting. I could go through your whole catalog, Yella, and you took my story but said it in your own way. I can go through your catalog, bro. Hey, without Trenching News on here, a lot of people wouldn't be eating if I decide to leave off here. Because y'all don't grab no story. Y'all don't got no stories. Y'all leech off the other stories. You know what I'm saying? You leech. But anyways, man, Lil Durk, man, he called this upon himself, man. You know what I'm talking about? If you want, you sound like you mad about Lil Durk being locked up again. Like you already said, the Free the Killers, you running around here playing Lil Durk. Like, I don't know what side you on. You on anybody's side who got clout on everything. I watched you just chase Jermaine. Anybody who go on fire or get some traction, you always got to pop up like a clout hoe on everything. Don't nobody fuck with you, bro. You was a straight goofy on everything. Only thing I know about you,
That
Yella,
ain't going off on
you used
Yella.
to drag cars for Duck, bro. You would pick Duck up in that little ass Corsica that you got. You had a White Sox sign on your face. And you would pick Duck up on 53rd and Union, man, and drive him around all day. And when he get back with us, that goof-ass nigga Yella did this or that. You know what I'm saying? They used you for what you could do. You can go out, you can take them out of town. Of course, they gonna want to go out of town. They want to see something new. But you a straight goofy, bro. So, hey, look, just don't say nothing about me. I don't know nothing about you. I try not to talk about you. But I just had to make you remember this case that you tried to get sealed. And you was talking to the feds, bro. You a federal custody. So you think they didn't pass this information on?
Crazy.
And then why would you try to get it sealed? Why would you seal it? And you sealed it in 2023 too. This shit happened at 18 that you told them about Dirt. So, you know what I'm talking about? The Rico's been, you know what I'm talking about? They said they been investigating old blocks since 18. I was locked up. You was out.
Well,
They
damn.
saying they been investigating a lot of this shit. When they come out, you will see when they been investigating. You been out. So I don't know, man. But I ain't trying to put nothing on you. But all I'm saying is, bro, you could possibly be a witness in Dirt case now. Do you understand that? You could possibly be called to verify that he's a black disciple. You know what I'm saying? When you give information about people who gangs and everything, look it up. You building a foundation,
Shout out
bro.
Trenches
You
News,
letting
man.
them know that, yes, they is black disciples. This block mess with them. They the same thing, but they not. That's snitching, bro. Come on, Yella, man. If you gonna call it, y'all gonna call it like it is, man. Call it out. Ain't no gang member supposed to be reporting about shit, first of all. Silence and secrecy, Yella. Remember that? You always said. Then you say, I could find videos, a lot of them, where you say you supposed to go in there and not say nothing. Well, you didn't do it. You didn't abide by your own rules. Hey, don't make it no different because I was on the stand. Nah, bro. You told the feds information, bro. You got locked up with a gun and asked to talk to the feds and told them this shit. This is a special team in a Vegas PD. But, man, my man is my 9, y'all. I'm out.
That's crazy work, gang. Let's see.
Lil Durk, the Chicago artist whose popularity has blown up over the past few years, well, he is behind bars and headed for criminal court in California. Prosecutors say he orchestrated a plot to hire hitmen and take out a rap rival. As we're tracking the progress of this case, we're also taking a closer look at how we even got here and how an apparent feud turned deadly. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Well, Grammy Award-winning artist and reported multimillionaire Lil Durk, whose real name is Dirk Banks, is in a lot of trouble right now. The FBI says that he was part of a complicated murder-for-hire scheme that involved a shooting in the middle of the day at a Beverly Hills gas station in 2022. This actually resulted in the death of Savia Robinson, the cousin of Georgia rapper Quando Rondo, who prosecutors say was the actual intended target of this assassination, but he wasn't harmed in the shooting. According to prosecutors, Durk helped organize and pay for his alleged co-conspirators to travel from Chicago to Los Angeles in order to kill Rondo. Durk had reportedly put out a hit on Rondo, offering money to anyone who would take him out. Now, multiple people were indicted in California court, including Durk. Now, the named defendants in the indictment are Kevon London Grant, DeAndre Dontrell Wilson, Keith Jones, David Brian Lindsay, and Asa Houston. Now, Grant was reportedly a top associate in the OTF organization. This is the Family Rap Collective created by Durk many years ago, but authorities say this group functions more like a criminal organization with Durk at the very top. But to get to the heart of this alleged conspiracy, we need to take a step back and we need to understand what is this apparent long-running feud between Lil Durk and Quando Rondo, right? Why would Durk want to kill him? And to help me sort all of this out, because it is a little bit of a complex timeline, I want to bring in Sean Sitaro, who is author of the book Dummy Boy, Tekashi 6ix9ine and the 9 Trey Gangsta Blood. Sean, thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it.
Hey, Jesse, thanks for having me. And yeah, you are right. This is complicated. I don't know if we'll be able to get totally to the bottom of it, but I will do my best. You know, there are some mysteries in this story.
Yeah, and first, before we even get into that, when you saw these charges, were you surprised?
I mean, yes, in that they were very serious. Obviously, murder for hire is a very serious charge. And, you know, Durk is a big star, and he seemed to be kind of moving away from, I guess, some of the sort of more sordid aspects of his image, right? He was making the move to television, right? He was on a Power spinoff. He had, I believe, the details are vague, but he had something to do with like his criminal record being wiped. He was getting, you know, proclamations from, you know, the mayors of cities. He seems, you know, he is now very sort of community oriented and all this stuff, and seems to be moving away from, you know, being involved in beefs and all this kind of thing. So I think as contrasted to his moves in, you know, recent months, recent year or two, yes, I would say this, you know, this caught me by surprise. But obviously this beef, as we'll talk about, has a long history.
By the way, here on Sidebar, I talk a lot about the law. This is the Law and Crime Network. I talk a lot about the law, but I also talk about legal decisions, legal rulings. And I have a landmark one for you right now that has just changed things in a very big way. Why? Because you can now legally trade on who will win the 2024 election. Yes, legally. And that's because our sponsor of Sidebar, Kalshi, went to court and won legal approval for election trading for the first time in over 100 years. So not only can you essentially bet on the 2024 presidential election winner, but with Kalshi, you can bet on who will control the House and Senate, who's going to win the swing states. You think it's pretty timely? What's happening next week? And it's not just politics, by the way. You can bet on other future events, too, like will Taylor Swift win Top Artist on Spotify this year? What's going to be the Rotten Tomatoes score for upcoming movies like Gladiator 2? I actually think it's going to do great. I think it's going to be above 85% personally, but there's so much more. You're going to be like, wow, I can trade on that? Yes, this is the only place to trade on events like this in all 50 states. And right now, you can sign up using our link kalshi.com/sidebar or scan the QR code on screen. And if you're one of the first 500 traders who deposit $100, Kalshi would give you a free $20 credit. That's kalshi.com/sidebar. And I want to give everybody a little bit of background here on the key players. So we're talking about 32-year-old Lil Durk. He was born and raised in Chicago. got his start in music on social media platforms like MySpace and YouTube. He's considered to be one of the pioneers of what's called drill. It's a subgenre of hip hop. And he formed Only the Family in 2010 with his friend King Von joining on as well. Then you have 25-year-old Quando Rondo, Georgia rapper, first uploaded his music to SoundCloud, we believe in 2017. He joined up with NBA Youngboys Collective, Never Broke Again in 2018. He's collaborated with him on multiple songs. Before we get into the actual feud between these two, I don't know if I'm doing it enough justice here, Sean, but talk to me about the influence of both rappers in the industry. How big were both of they? How big of an influence did they both have? Talk to us about that.
I would say, Durk is a major star. Like I said, he is moving into television. He's collaborated with, the biggest names in the industry, including Drake. He I think, is in the process of making a leap from being, someone rap fans know about to someone the general public knows about. I think that's true.
Sometimes, the only thing more difficult than running a business is finding the right words to market it. Lucky for you.
Not necessarily of Quando Rondo, but of NBA Youngboy, also who you mentioned, who is, by miles and miles the most popular artist on YouTube. That's where, for whatever combination of reasons, and that's a whole other topic, a large part of his fan base lives. He is giantly popular. I would say especially among younger listeners, and at this point has been around long enough to kind of be pretty influential. He and Quando Rondo are very close. Quando Rondo is signed to his label. And, Youngboy plays a large part in all of this, this whole sort of back and forth that forms the background to this case.
So we have these four men, right? We have Lil Durk, we have Quando Rondo, we have King Von, we have NBA Youngboy. And all four of them had crossed paths with each other over the years in the music world. But things really started to get heated when seemingly King Von appeared to diss some of NBA Youngboy's music during an Instagram live session. And that led to a whole flurry of back and forth on social media with insults flying between the groups. In 2020, King Von said on a live stream that there really wasn't a beef between him and Youngboy. He said, "They be saying that a lot. It's like we got the same issues and women, and you know how the internet will try to make it, but it ain't nothing sincere, nothing that you should worry about." Then just days later, King Von would be dead because at around 2 a.m. on November 6, 2020, apparently Lil Durk's crew got into it with Quando Rondo's crew outside of a hookah lounge in Atlanta, Georgia. There ended up being a shootout. 6 people shot, 2 died, including King Von. And despite surveillance footage allegedly showing that a man named Timothy Leaks was the one who actually shot King Von, many believe Quando Rondo was really to blame for the confrontation. By the way, Leaks' murder charge actually ended up getting dismissed. But Sean, talk to me about the beginnings of this feud.
To a certain extent, the beginnings of this feud are sort of shrouded in mystery, right? You mentioned this Instagram live where Von is just in a car and listening to NBA Youngboy, and he, seemingly out of nowhere says, "Oh, NBA Youngboy, what's he doing? He lies in his music," right? I think says he has cap in his raps, right? Something to that effect. And that, what exactly caused that? Was that something he thought in the moment? Was it indicative of larger tensions that were bubbling behind the scenes? Honestly, I don't know. I don't think that many people outside of the real group of intimates of both sides knows. So maybe there was something before that, as far as I know, isn't public knowledge, but that was really sort of the first firing up of this back and forth that reached the public, right? And then, like you said, you had various back and forth, people, photographed with each other's girlfriends, doing songs with each other's girlfriends and baby mothers, and that ratcheted up the tension even more, and insults flying and all that kind of stuff. I'm happy to go into that in some more detail if you want, but
yeah,
to a certain extent. Sorry, I was going to say, to a certain extent, like I said, the beginnings are sort of shrouded in mystery a little bit.
Well, yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned that because, look, for Rondo's part, he's always maintained that he wasn't to blame for this Atlanta shooting, that he wasn't to blame for King Von's death. And he put out a song not long afterwards, after the shooting, where he talked about how it was all self-defense. Actually, in an interview in April of 2021, Rondo claimed that he was asleep in a car when all of this happened. He also claimed he didn't even know that King Von was there and he never had beef with him. He said, I don't know where none of that came from. I never in life had words with them, ever. I did not know that was him. I swear this is all. I did not know this was him until the next day. But according to the FBI, Durk had used coded language to put out a hit on Rondo, offering money to anyone who would kill his rival. And prosecutors say that is what led to the gas station shooting in Beverly Hills. So talk to me, Sean, about, you know, more of this. You mentioned being with women, the songs. I think the songs back and forth, did that have anything to do with it as well?
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, you can't know for certain, but definitely, you know, there was a few months before the King Von shooting, Von posts a picture holding hands with a woman who was had a child with NBA YoungBoy. And, you know, that was sort of taken by all parties to be an insult. Then YoungBoy, in retaliation, posts a photo of himself with his own son and captions it, "I'm going to make sure my son F your daughter since you're trolling." And many people thought that was directly aimed at Von. Quando at this point sort of jumps in. He defends NBA YoungBoy. You know, there are, to recap this whole thing and all the shots back and forth, you know, there are 13, 15-minute videos online that you can find, right, capturing every single back and forth. But, you know, YoungBoy, a few days before Von is killed, does a song with Asian Doll, who Von had dated on and off. And then, you know, a few months later, you have Von saying in interviews, "This is nothing too serious." And I think, you know, you can kind of make of that what you will. But yeah, there were plenty of song and, you know, plenty of sort of coded disses back and forth, or lyrics that I think fans interpret as being about each other, flying back and forth during this period as well.
Was there any overt threats, anything like that?
I mean, I think it sort of depends on how you read the language. And in all of this stuff, I think there is a certain amount of sort of coded language, plausible deniability. You know, I think Von's sister at some point gets dragged into this, but, you know, lyrics about your sister could, in theory, be about anyone's sister, or a sort of generic, you know, I'll get your relative, right? I'm not saying she was threatened. I forget the exact context of the lyrics, but just for example, right? So I think, you know, there are context clues that this is what was being talked about in these songs, certainly. But there's always that little bit of sort of plausible deniability. I think that's also true when you look at after, you know, we'll talk about Quando's cousin being killed, but a few months after that, 5-6 months after that, Durk is in an interview with DJ Academics, and he's sort of talking about the beef, and he says very elliptically, you know, he's referencing the fact that people have always told him, "Oh, you have to get revenge for Von, you have to get revenge for Von." And he says very elliptically, this is a few months after Quando Rondo's cousin is murdered, he says, "I don't hear comments like that anymore, for some reason." Those are his words, "for some reason," right? So there's always this like little bit of like, if you know stuff buried in how people talk during this beef.
It was interesting. I was talking to Bradford Cohen, who's a high-powered attorney, represents a lot of celebrities, and we were saying how, you know, there might be multiple ways to look at this, because there's one text message that's really, really bad that might show Lil Durk's involvement in this, and I'm going to lay out what this murder for hire plot. But the way you can look at it is either A, he was a part of it, you know, he was funding this, he knew what was going on, or he's like, "Listen, I don't know what you guys are up to. I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm staying out of it. Don't keep my name in this. You know, I don't want to have any part of it." So obviously there's two ways to look at it. But I do want to talk about the shooting. So this was the culmination of this alleged murder for hire plot. And prosecutors allege that Lil Durk, he learned that Rondo was going to be in Los Angeles, so he helped pay for these alleged hitmen to fly down to San Diego, then drive to LA. Kevon Grant is the one who's accused of booking the hotels, getting the cars, buying the ski masks, finding weapons, including a gun that the government says had been modified into a full-on machine gun, which itself is a federal crime. And the indictment accused the defendants of following Quando Rondo's black Escalade around Los Angeles. And traffic camera, by the way, the photos, they show a white Infiniti following the Escalade until it pulls into a gas station, and the driver of the Infiniti parks behind the gas station in an alley. In the indictment, TB, by the way, it refers to Taekwon Bowman, which is Quando Rondo's real name. SR is his cousin, who I mentioned before, Savai Robinson. And the indictment reads, on August 19th, 2022, at the Beverly gas station, defendants Jones and Lindsay and co-conspirator 2 used the firearms procured by defendant Grant, including the fully automatic firearm, to shoot at TB's car, striking and killing SR, who was standing next to TB's car while TB was inside. The images below show defendants Jones and Lindsay and co-conspirator 2 firing their guns at TB's black Escalade. And the filing includes surveillance photos of the suspects appearing to fire guns towards the gas pumps, again, in the middle of the day. And as I mentioned, Robinson was killed. Rondo, the alleged target of this hit, as I mentioned, wasn't hurt. Sean, that brazen attack, talk to us about when this happened, what the reaction was.
Yeah, I mean, wow. Yeah, I would say it was definitely very shocking, right? And, you know, unfortunately, there have been any number of shootings of entertainers, of rappers in recent years. So unfortunately, there were precedents for this, right? You can talk about Young Dolph, you know, other things like that have happened. So it was surprising. I think it was, you know, very sad. Certainly, you know, did people think about, well, who has Quando Rondo been, you know, had public disagreements with? I think certainly that entered into some people's heads. It's tough. You know, Andre G, who writes for Rolling Stone, had a fantastic article recently where he really decried this sort of fan pressure on Durk and on his crew to retaliate for Von. Like, there were fans saying stuff like,
I read that.
You've got to slide for Von, right? You know, it really is very tough when fans treat this like a game, right? Where you have to get revenge and, you know, because of to uphold your reputation and all of this stuff. This is not to say Durk was involved in this, obviously.
Your movie is really funny. It's really funny. By myself, laughing out loud hysterically today.
It is one of the most important contributions to cinema in American history.
Your goal is to conduct an investigation into something key to the culture war.
There were so many great moments in there.
Were these people real that are in this movie?
It's a great film.
I highly recommend everybody go see this movie.
Mazel tov, as
thanks.
Ben's people would say.
Am I Racist? Now streaming only on Daily Wire Plus.
VFly is a company that helps your YouTube videos go viral using Google Ads, which helps you get noticed in Google search, which, by the way, is the first reason why you should use VFly to promote your YouTube videos. They have big numbers with millions of views delivered and many thousands of campaigns and happy clients and growing. No. These numbers are fake. VFly is a scam. Okay, fine. Let's go to scamadvisor.com and test things out. So we all know that Facebook is a legit site. We also know that Twitter is not a scam. So what happens if we type in VFly's website? So it turns out that VFly is trustworthy. What? Scam Advisor sees VFly.
But just the fact that those comments even exist, I think, is indicative of, you know, something that we really need to think about and examine.
I 100% agree with you. That is, I read that article too. You know, I didn't know what was going on, and to hear that. And I don't even want to say pressure, but to hear this kind of egging on and encouragement is really, really problematic because it's not a game. And I will say one of the other things that's problematic for Lil Durk is that on the day this indictment came down and his alleged co-conspirators were arrested, Durk, prosecutors say, was allegedly trying to flee the country. having reportedly booked multiple flights to places like the United Arab Emirates and Italy. And U.S. Marshals, they found him about an hour before he was supposed to take off. Again, I spoke with Bradford Cohen about this. A very interesting explanation for that. He said one of the things that you could see happen is sometimes people who think they're about to be indicted or about to be arrested, they will book flights to see if they get red flagged. It's a way to them, they're not actually intending to flee the country. They just want to see if they're going to get red flags so they know that an arrest might be incoming. Really interesting conversation about that. Now, at last check, Lil Durk was in the Broward County Jail. He's awaiting extradition to California to face these charges. So what does this mean for the apparent beef between Lil Durk and Quando Rondo? Well, Rondo actually released a new single from his album Here for a Reason just after the arrest, and the new single is called Life Goes On. And in an Instagram post, Rondo wrote, "We didn't get into this music industry to make it, just to stay caught up in this street S. We all have families and communities counting on us. It's time to leave all that behind. We've already lost so much, and it's heavy on my heart to forgive anyone I had issues with in the past. It's all love from me, praying for everyone." And while he didn't specifically mention Lil Durk, it certainly seems or could be interpreted like he's addressing their feud. Sean, what'd you take away from that?
I was very glad to see that. I think it makes sense, right? And I hope that that is his actual attitude and not for public consumption. I'm sure he feels all kinds of ways all of the time, but I hope that that remains his sort of public stance about all of this. I know it surprised a lot of people, his response that it wasn't antagonistic and it wasn't even, let's let this play out, justice will be done, blah, 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 like you often hear from people in comparable situations, but that it was sort of an active call for peace and forgiveness and sort of hoping for the greater good. I was very pleasantly surprised to see that statement.
Yep, I think that's a really good way to look at it. Sean Sotaro, thank you so much for coming on. Let everybody know where they can find you if they want to see more of your writings about the industry or other topics.
Sure, definitely. I have been covering the Diddy trial pretty extensively over at complex.com, writing a bunch of pieces for them. I just published one yesterday about his potential legal strategy, because there was a document kind of buried in the barrage of documents that, to me, laid out, I think, where his team is going. You can also find me on Twitter, or X, I guess now, at Same Old Sean, SHAWN.
I'm not even going to ask you what you think that is, A, because we could probably save that for another time, but also, this is how I tease, so people now have to read your article and see what you think the legal strategy is. You see how I did that? So people now have to read your article to see what you think Diddy's strategy might be moving forward into the case. Sean Sotaro, thanks so much for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Jesse. Appreciate it.
All right, everybody, that's all we have for you right now here on Sidebar. Thank you so much for joining us. And as always, please subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Jesse Weber. I'll speak to you next time.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's really going down. See what's going on with Tory Lanez, man.
Great.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12th hour. It's time for jokes. But Tom Brady and Giselle Bundchen, shorty got pregnant right after she left Tom Brady, or Tom Brady left her by the jiu-jitsu teacher. These jokes write themselves, man. We're gonna get to it. What else? Tory Lanez versus Sean Hawley. That was his former attorney. Also, Rock Nation. We got to talk about Rock Nation for a little bit. We got a whole little Rock Nation segment here. Rock Nation's attorney, Alex Spiro, is now threatening lawsuits on bloggers who are covering and commented on issues dealing with Meg Thee Stallion and questioning the validity of Tory Lanez being incarcerated. They're actually threatening lawsuits claiming that misinformation is being put out there. And that's very ironic because there's an angle there that they're playing. The only reason they're doing it is because Meg Thee Stallion, who, again, if people are saying these reported rumors correctly, Meg apparently was never going to go forth and assist the DA and to press charges against Tory. But allegedly, there were some people that told Meg, that worked for Rock Nation, that told Meg, yo, Meg, hey, you remember what happened to Rihanna? You could be the next victim of the decade. They're going to love you. Just sink that nigga, fuck him. Right? To say he did it. Meg goes ahead and does it. Yes, we get it. Tory goes to jail. But Meg has never been more hated than now. Like, Meg just dropped a project, and, you know, some people might think it's a paid campaign behind it. No, it's not. Like, people just like watching Meg fail now. Like, the press around that situation has really turned bad for Meg. Like, people celebrate her failures and downfalls, and Rock Nation, who allegedly was behind even encouraging or assisting her. By the way, Desiree Perez sat in court in a couple of those hearings when Tory was on trial, and when asked to, you know, defend or substantiate some of the things with Meg about the trial, Alex Spiro, Rock Nation's lawyer, spoke up. So Rock Nation seemingly, they're realizing that all the shit came back around on Meg. Yes, Tory's locked up, we get it, but it hurt Meg's career as opposed to help it. And now they're at the point saying, we finna sue you niggas, okay? Whoever y'all are, y'all bloggers, and maybe we get into that now, right? Because I just did a nice little intro. Let's get into that now. So here's the funny thing. Let me see if I can get to it. I was gonna play a little bit of this. Maybe we'll play it afterwards. So where do we go? Meg Thee Stallion's lawyer, Alex Spiro, says on Monday he plans to take action against bloggers who continue to spread false information. Okay? Now, this is a very interesting thing. And this is a lawyer, if you ask me, using legalese to threaten people, because in this country we have something called freedom of press, right? And whether you like something or not, the press, the media, is allowed to operate in a way that is not under coercion, force, threat, or anything else. It's the reason why, even technically and infamously, when federal authorities have, you know, tried to squeeze or twist the arms of people in the press to say, hey, you have a source that told you blah, 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 they're going to be key to our investigation. Tell us who the source is. The media could tell them, fuck off. No, we have a right defended by the Constitution of freedom of press. You can't extort or force us to tell you our source. A lot of media operates, and by the way, you know, obviously they didn't, remember when they were trying to say in court how academics got the discovery? First of all, the judge there is a California judge. They had no jurisdiction to subpoena me to that court because I don't live under the jurisdiction of California. But even if they did, and even when they try to do a deposition for me and Drake under the X case, yeah, you could. First of all, the judge has never granted it. But even if it did, you'd have to then come to a New York or New Jersey judge that I live in their jurisdiction, and they would have to grant it. So it was a whole process anyway. Even if that was done, I would have shown up in both situations with an attorney. And these type of tactics work against these bloggers who make 50 cents and lie, okay? So these people who are non-successful, but I don't care, you got blonde hair, blue eyes, whatever suit you wear, the threats are kind of like hollow in a bit, right? Unless somebody's doing some crazy shit, right? Now, obviously, defamation is a thing, even though, to be honest, Meg Thee Stallion being a music entertainer, play this. You know how many people call me a fat piece of shit that I want to sue? Right? There's just certain things, opinions about me I can't really. If I say Meg's a lying ass hoe, there's nothing she could do. It's just you can't. Again, there's no defamation law that actually protects someone who's a public figure and someone else commented on a public figure, their opinion about said public figure. Now, there is the defamation under certain things where you're intentionally and putting out to the world that this person is doing something either categorically false that could damage their career, rather than just giving an opinion piece. So anyway, I say that to say, in either or case, right, if they had subpoenaed me to the Tory case and said, hey, how did you get, or, which, by the way, nobody knows I got nothing, right? How you see the discovery? I have no problem paying an attorney. Hey, tell these motherfuckers I got a right to not give up my sources. Y'all go figure it out. You figure out how I got it. Right? And that's actually constitutionally protected, but also they can't threaten me with arrest or nothing like that to like force me to like, oh no, tell us. No, motherfucker. So anyway, I say that to say, and by the way, I don't, for anybody who cares, I don't think this has anything to do with me. I think there's a segment of media personalities and bloggers, so to speak, that have heavily focused on the Tory and Meg case and continue to afterwards. Like, we covered this case. Again, we like Tory. We hope he gets out. We actually still doubt the veracity of exactly what the prosecutor said happened here. But we're not going every day trying to like, oh my God, fuck this or whatever. We don't give a fuck like that. Okay? Now, I think that's what he's targeted, right? But if it did involve me, that's my statement, right? So let's get to supposedly what was said. It says Spiro said on Monday he plans to take actions. And by the way, we've heard this from Meg Thee Stallion a long time ago, about planning to take action against suing media personality, which another thing, this is another thing I'll say. And, I don't want to name any of these people who I think this is targeting at. Again, I don't think it's me, but who cares? I don't want to put their name in this rant because I don't want to also like just throw the alley-oop, like people look at them. No, I don't know if they're noticed enough or not noticed enough. I don't want to put them in the crosshairs, even though I think most of these people some of them I'm actually even pretty cool with. But it says Meg had said before she was going to start suing people. We ain't seen the lawsuits yet. Now, I think Meg has to realize you're playing a very interesting game. The reason why Meg's career is in the dumps right now, you need the media. You can't shit on the media. And even if the media don't believe you about this thing, or they're not going to give you this little damsel in distress, queen for a day, like, tiara that you could wear as some princess, you can't force people to like you, right? When you start to threaten lawsuits against the media, all it does, because these days it's not even corporations. These are like humans. They're going to go extra hard at you. They're going to now highlight every one of your failures. They're going to just make you look even more dumb. And I think that's why she hasn't filed a lawsuit. And by the way, I'll give an advice to Rock Nation, a bunch of nimwits over there. Y'all need to repair Meg Thee Stallion, great rapper, right? She should have been the incumbent for Nicki, except, well, Nicki has shitted on her. I don't know. I don't know how do we get to the point where Meg isn't seen as this polarizing figure in music. Let me tell you how it works, Rock Nation. You see, unlike media, for example, I'm a super polarizing figure. Like, they post me in the shade room, and if it's 20,000 comments, 10,000 hate me. Or actually, 18,000 hate me. It's all good. But here's the thing. I make money off niggas who like me and hate me. It don't even matter. The thing with music artists is that most of the products that y'all are pushing require people to like you. Likability needs to be up. So when Meg has this, like, really divisive atmosphere in how people think about her, creating more people that don't like her don't work. And the media is always going to be a conduit to kind of put you in a light of how they like you or not. So threatening to sue these people don't help Meg. So for the people over at Rock Nation, y'all need to work on her. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to give y'all a free game. I should invoice y'all for that, but the last time I invoiced you was for some Meek shit. Thanks, Meek. What I will say is what y'all need to do, and by the way, that's when Dream Chasers was over there. I was, texting everybody. Come on. What y'all do need to do is this. This is how I view Meg. And everybody at Rock Nation, when I said play this video in your little stupid ass boardroom, I'm just give you a free game, okay? Meg Thee Stallion, great rapper, has the image, has the look. But she's just hated. Y'all have to start to do things to identify, and again, you could do it without having her roll back this victim thing. I get it. You want to roll it out as I got shot, cool. You got it. But you got to get the dudes, like men don't fuck with Meg. They're all kind of feeling like, oh, this is one of them cases where a bitch lied on a nigga. And whether she lied or not, that's the thought. So how do you roll that thought back? You have to get, it's like, think about like politics, right? Like, you know, shit, Trump was weak with black people for a while. You know what Trump started doing? Fuck it, I'm at the bodegas. And again, I'm not saying pander, but y'all got to do some shit that gets Meg a little bit less hated. And by the way, Meg's hated by some women too, because they feel like, you know, for whatever reason, you know, at least good for Tory. Tory was like an R&B dude, so like he had a good amount of female fans. They just feel like she's capping. They feel like she's capping based on her reaction, how she acts and moves in the aftermath of it. They're like, nah, this chick is lying. That's what y'all got to target and fix. Soon a couple bloggers, what you gonna do, try to silence them? Half of them don't have money to go back and forth to court with you. Like, Spiro, you're defending Eric Adams, for God's sakes. What you gonna do, sue a blogger that makes like $100,000 a year? What are you gonna get out of that? You can't put nobody in jail, so cut that out. So what you gonna do? Sue them to shut them up? Well, that just sounds, that's even more shitty. And just generally how the media works, when you start attacking even the smallest voices to censor them, the loudest voices, like mine, start speaking up. So again, it just doesn't make any sense of like this whole thing where you have Rock Nation's lawyer coming out. If y'all don't stop making Meg look crazy, I'm gonna sue. You're not gonna get no money, and now we really don't like you. Now we really don't like you. You're trying to sue bloggers, nigga? Get out of here. Rock Nation, we don't give a fuck about y'all. So that's the point, and that's where we get to. Now, it said, Spiro said he plans to take action against bloggers who continue to spread false information. That's another thing we got to think about. Well, I'm wondering what that action looks like, right? Because here's also the thing, right? We're going to get into the Tory case a bit too. Tory Lanez, and by the way, let me speak about what's necessarily where that came from, right? Once again, if you guys, you know, want to, theacademy.blog. Go to theacademy.blog. When you get there, you will see some of the paper. This is the same paperwork I'll be reading on here. I'm uploading all of them here. Their court cases, filings, all that type of stuff, body cam stuff. You'll be able to see it raw and uncut, not by me strolling them, but you could go look at them. So if you read it with your two eyes and use your brain and you say, no, you lying, nigga. That's not what happened. I read it. I got this different definition or this different. That's what we want to have an open source. You know, the one thing I love about media, and I think forget even complex, but all right, fine. They call me number one. You know what that was a signal of to all of these companies? Media is no more gated of these big corporations. It's open source. Everything I'm getting, it don't matter what source y'all have. You know, some of these people, they be like, oh, well, you know, they used to get me with, well, I can't be in a room with these guys. Jay-Z will never talk to him. I don't give a fuck if Jay-Z talks to me, right? It's now open source. If you're in North Dakota, if you're in Idaho, if you're in Mexico, you could be in Guatemala or India. If you want to be a part of hip-hop media, and again, not all parts of hip-hop media means that you're giving your opinion. Maybe you just want to be the person who's just, you know, kind of curating things about a case and putting out facts and kind of doing a little bit digging into the court documents. You could do it. Right? It's open source at this point, right? So let me tell you what Rock Nation is mad at, right? And by the way, this is up on the site, so anybody can have it. This is Tory Lane, aka Daystar Peterson, his full appeal, right? This is his writ of habeas corpus, and I'm gonna tell you why, or partially why, I believe that this Mark Spiro nigga is like bent out of shape. Check this out. Right here. So everybody's running with this as a headline. And again, we don't even know if this is true, but just like in reporting, we're going off what he said, she said. Meg said he shot her. He said he didn't. Now, again, we're not the cops. We don't have access to the evidence. So we're going off what's said in court. That's at least now we could say it's different than a source because it's in paperwork. According to Tory's team, it says the petitioner, which is Tory, asserts that his First Amendment right to seek redress for his grievance has been impaired by these actions, okay? And we're going to get to some other stuff, but hold on. Without this exculpatory evidence, the petitioner, Tory, can't file a claim for innocence. So that's what's the new thing that we're saying. And Megan Cunniffe, I'm not here to diss you because I do think you do some good work. Even though you're biased, you have a side to this. You are on the side of Rock Nation and Megan. I get it because it made you popular. You were basically a beat reporter or wherever you came from, and now you have a site that, you know, is making you money, and you're now the white woman hip-hop reporter. I think you've been on Vlad a couple times. This is how you got popular. Also, you even sold merch. Meg Thee Stallion trial you got popping, and your name is Megan. And you sold even merch off of that. I get it. You're biased. It's cool. I like Tory. I know Tory. Maybe I'm biased too. But it doesn't mean that we can't just be honest with there's two sides to a lot of this stuff, right? So, for example, the headlines that everybody's going with came from this document right here, right? So petitioner cannot file the claims of innocence as he's unable to conduct further testing since the firearm and the bullet fragments are missing. So, by the way, this appeal is done under threat of perjury. So Tory's lawyer and Tory himself are saying in a court document, which is an appeal, saying, yo, we don't have access to the gun or the fragments that were instrumental in the case. That's a good headline. So you know what every independent media personality did or every independent media outlet did? They looked at it and they said, yo, that's a great headline. They ran that. Now, do we know it's true? No, but he's saying it and he could get his whole shit could get dismissed if he's lying. Knowingly lying, whole the shit's dismissed. Oh, no appeal, stay in jail, nigga. Right? That's a good headline. Now, of course, when that headline goes out, it creates, and this is why I think Rock Nation's responding, it creates a cycle of people saying,
This is cannabis and mushrooms in a can. You ever tried anything like that?
Shoot, let me try that. It smells good.
It's nice, right?
Yeah.
So that's Italian.
Want to support me? Go to Nene Marie 37 on Instagram and purchase. Thanks for everyone who's subscribed to the channel. If you ain't subbed to my channel, make sure you do. Make sure you join the membership. Shout out to all my mods. If you ain't following my mods, you can follow their at the end of this video. Remember, if you got anything extra, food, hygiene, clothes, bag it up, take it outside, and give it to the less fortunate. Remember, we all one step away from being homeless. I don't care how much money you say you got or think you got. Mother Nature could come, destroy everything, and now you homeless. So make sure you get back. With that being said, let's say the kids, the women, the elderly, the neutrons, and the civilians. Happy Tuesday to everybody, man. I got 3 stories for y'all. I got Lil Durk, I got Moowop, and I got 6ix9ine, man. 6ix9ine was just arrested. Make sure y'all smash that like button so this video can get around to the masses, man. Remember, if you want to support me, go to Nene Marie 37 on Instagram. Want to support me? Go to Nene Marie 37 on Instagram and purchase you a signed copy of. Want to support me? Go to Nene Marie. To the less fortunate. Remember, we all one step away from being homeless. With that being said, let's say the kids, the women, the elderly, the neutron, and the civilians, man. Happy Wednesday to everybody. Hope everybody got positive vibes, doing good. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all be safe tomorrow for Halloween, man. If you ain't got to go outside, don't go outside, man. Because them masks could be tricky. You could think they want some candy and they coming to kill you, man. I'm just saying. Hey, we got Lil Durk rise and fall, man. And we got Brick Baby making some more statements. I don't know why he making statements like this, bro. But he trolling now, evidently. He can't be number 4 or none of that. So make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure y'all smash that like button so this video can get around to the masses. This is Trenches News, man. I appreciate all y'all love support. Hey, Lil Durk, man. Lil Durk, seen them come from the bottom, man. Seen them come from the bottom. And he was overshadowed in the Chicago scene. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't the hottest, but he was Lil Durk, you know, and end up coming to number 1. I remember when Chief Keef wanted to sign them. Chief Keef wanted to sign him and Lil Durk. He told them, don't sign. He told them to go in because he was trying to get more money. They didn't go in. They went with Def Jam, no ID, gave them $150 apiece, Lil Reese and Lil Durk. But Keef ended up getting $6.5 million deal in a dough. So Keef won, man. Keef ain't in no trouble, no federal RICOs. His baby mama's even in jail. Both of them. 2 of them in jail. I don't know how many baby mamas he got, but I know 2 in jail. Both for fraud. And, yeah, Lil Durk, man, L's up from the hitters. That really put him out there. French Montana was co-signing them, you know, and they was doing good. He was decent, you know. But he didn't stay in the game with the same people that was in the L's up for them hitters video. He didn't come in the game and stand with them. You will see Lil Durk go through a lot of blocks and a lot of people, bro. You know what I'm saying? And some he'll get into it with, some he kick it with certain people and then getting into it with them and making them clash with their own block. But it was going on, man. But through all that shit, Durk still came out, man, on top. He worked his way up, man, and grind for that shit to a Grammy. He don't owe nobody shit. He grinded for it. You know, he grinded for it, bro. He grinded for it. But to the people who be saying like, oh, man, Lil Durk, man, he ain't entitled to do nothing for them. Hey, look, if you got me on a rise with you, killing for you, or you call me because you want me to kill for you, you gonna help me out in the time of the need, no matter how much money I spend. That goes for anybody, bro. Or don't call nobody do no murders, bro. Don't call nobody do no murders, because look, it's one thing to grab the killer, right? But they always want the person who sent the killer, man. On every show I seen, they don't just stop at the killers. Who sent you? Who hired you? You know? And I just don't think Lil Durk's supposed to be in no shit like this, man. But they said that Lil Durk, he has made it on BOP. You can look him up now on the Bureau of Prisons, BOP.com. Lil Durk is on there. They said Lil Durk chilling. He just complaining about the food. He don't like the food, but he chilling. And they said he around other inmates. They say that Lil Durk is still in Miami. They saying that Lil Durk, according to TMZ, according to Say Cheese, you know, that's what they saying. But I don't think Lil Durk's supposed to even be in this shit, man. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Like, he too far up. But I know the Get Back was real, man. And Vaughn, he said that was his twin. And, you know, plus the peer pressure from the world that's telling you got to get back, plus the peer pressure from people like OTF Didi, who, hey, we got to slide for Vaughn. You know, Didi, I just talked to Diddy. I just talked to Didi. He'll be home, gang. You know, him and Vaughn then was in jail. He was kicking it with Vaughn longer than Durk. So it was him probably to throw the fuel on the fire. And then this Durk best friend, Didi. You know what I'm saying? This Durk best friend, really. Oh, man, we got to do it. And then you let your friend get tricked off the streets. You done took the bag off the streets. We know Didi ain't care about his life for crashing out. But he sure didn't give a fuck about Durk if he was his friend, bro. Because I wouldn't have had my friend texting or calling or none of that. But, you know, it happened like that. But Big Baby said something, man. He's saying incriminating shit, man, that he ain't supposed to be saying, man. Now, I woke up to a clip where Big Baby saying if Durk would have asked him to drop the location, he would have. He would have. Let me say this, bar. I dig him up and do it again. Like, basically saying he'll dig Pab up and do it again. I'm like, what's wrong with this boy, man? What's wrong with him? That you want this much attention? So I don't think Brick Baby number 4 or I don't think he number 4, the person who dropped the low. He can't be, bro. He can't be saying this shit. He can't be.
I don't think Brick Baby number 4?
But it is incriminating. They could look at Durk. They probably got some incriminating shit in his phone because he was connected to Durk. He said he knew Durk since 2015, and they been texting, and I don't know, man. But Brick Baby, man, you need to stop that shit, bro. Like, this shit serious, bro. and things get superseded, bro. Like things turn, they indicting them right now. But a RICO could come and you could be part of that shit. Or they could just supersede it to a RICO. You know, and throw other people in that shit with this. So, I don't know, man. I just wouldn't be playing like that. But yeah, Lil Durk, man, he gave up his freedom, bro. He gave up his freedom, bro. Surrounding himself with people like Jam them. I'm telling you, Jam wasn't supposed to be around this dude. He wasn't supposed to be around Lil Durk. Jam is made for the streets, for the block. He ain't made to be taken out the road and made backs and shit like that. Some people don't need to see the stars, if you know what I'm talking about. Some people don't need to see the stars on everything. But, you know, hey, we'll see what happened with Lil Durk, man. We will see what happened. And then I got Sean Puffy Cone's son, man. 3 of Diddy kids try to jump on Dorian from Moesha, man. Y'all get in the comments and let me know who Dorian is. Yeah,
Shout out Trenches News, man. Trenches News keep us updated on him. Really, he got all the info on the latest Lil Durk stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Shout out. We just digging. We just going by all this news that's on the social media, man. We just going. Snitcher News, that. Ha ha ha.
All right, here we go. King Yella.
King Yella.
King Yella.
King Yella.
King Yella.
King Yella.
Just like a rat. Just like a rat. Just like a rat. All my kids, bro, I don't care what nobody, like, I don't care what y'all talk about. Like, y'all can try to play and say whatever you want to say. Bro, you going on there saying I said 600 and 300, the same thing. And this one, hey, listen, one thing about a lie, it'll never stay the same, bro. It'll never stay the same, bro. Y'all make up y'all stories, mix with stories and everything, and try to bash King Yella. But listen, man, only God could judge me, man. Talking about they could be building a case, they could be building a case, wooty woo. Hey, first of all, bro, I never brought up nobody name, bro. Nobody. A Snap Dog. Who was Snap Dog? He had no involvement in anything. This is why it was so freely and so easy. Now we're gonna break down why everybody, y'all think y'all so smart, bro, on the internet. Y'all let motherfuckers say, oh, he a rat. Trenches News, you really was going to court testifying on the BDs, on your own people. Them was your homies, but you try to act like duck your homie. I never saw you
respond.
around. You was a goofy, you be lying.
Holy.
Making up stories. Fake. That's why you got a funky ass mask on, the same fucking hoodie on. Your ass hiding wherever you at. Nobody see you outside. Nobody saw nothing of you except on that computer. Why is that? Because you're a confidential informant. You get paid to tell, bro. You get paid to tell. You're a rat. You're a snitch. You're everything. You're the same thing as OTF Jam. You probably wore a wire. You probably came around. Everything. Now remind you, they said before all this was gonna happen to them, they said the FEDS was finna come for Duck. Then Duck died. Then they was finna come for FBG Cash. Then Cash died. Then they said they was finna come for Big Deal. Then Big Deal died. Now everything just fall play and Durk and them. But remind you, they already said that it's more rappers like when YSL got snatched in Atlanta, that other people in Atlanta was gonna get snatched, that they was on motherfuckers, right? How all of this happened, bro? It's people behind the scene that's telling. You was a confidential informant, gang. You were wild. You've been working for the people, getting paid from them people, everything that you've been doing. You got stories on both sides. You try to act like, oh, they came and snatched me from my YouTube channel or da-da-da-da. Bro, them people ain't coming to snatch nobody from no YouTube channel, gang. They come to snatch people from people getting caught with shit. You was selling drugs and doing all that. You been working with them people. Then you want to act like, oh, you a civilian after they come out. Okay, whoever supports you, supports you. The same way my fans are going to still support me. Allegations, false allegations, accusations. You know what I'm saying? That people try to paint a bigger picture. Now break this down. I get snatched. Do y'all understand this? I'm in tour with, allegedly, I'm in tour with the Migos. So the police is on me in Las Vegas. Y'all see the video, gang? They stretched me out. If y'all didn't see it, they found the gun. Da-da-da-da. People say I snitched on my baby mama. The gun, a legal gun. Why wouldn't I tell the people that this is her gun? This her whoop. You feel me? That's not telling. It's a legal gun. She can't get in trouble. This ain't no dirty gun. This my baby mama gun. They was gonna run it and figure it out, whatever. But at the end of the day, that's what I said. But if the police pull me over, find a gun, the video for over an hour long, they searching me to find a gun, gang. To find anything. Why is this? Y'all do all this. Okay, y'all find a gun. They don't take me straight to jail for the gun, gang. A detective pull up for questioning. Why are y'all questioning King Yella? Did I shoot somebody? Did I did something to somebody? Oh, y'all question me over an internet war or internet beef or whatever y'all talking about. So they did their homework on who King Yella is. Now, if y'all, all that paperwork he got on them, they just showing the parts where it said, oh, he, Lil Durk. Lil Durk not even in my, matter of fact, Lil Durk name never got brought up, period, gang. Lil Durk name is not no, nobody named Lil Durk has no BD, nothing. That's, y'all need to go read the paper, bro. If niggas say anything, they say anything. I walked the federal yard with that same paper. But they asked me about 600 Breezy. 600 Breezy. Because they saw the feud in the mall in Vegas. This is why. They saw the shit on the internet. So, you in tour with him? You a GD, right? Yeah, he beating. See, they saying this already. They asking me questions. They saying is he beating? And I said, yeah. So what? Offset GD. Yeah, he GD. We ain't into it, I'm GD. Y'all gotta make it make sense. This is a conversation to make me, no, I ain't into it with him, or I ain't gonna do nothing. So if you run into the Migos right now, what's gonna happen, King Yella? Nothing, man. We cool, man, you know. Offset a GD, I'm a GD. That's clearing it. Clearing me from making the people think that I'm finna harm him. So all that extra shit, y'all ass is crazy. Talking about somebody snitch. Nigga, I'm getting myself out of jail.
Gang.
These people questioning me because they thinking I'm finna harm them. So if you run into 600 Breezy, again, read the whole paperwork. It was never, why am I Las Vegas police? Why? Oh, you know, yeah, you know, Offset the GD. Oh, yeah. Now, you can't listen, don't let nobody fool you. You building a Rico. Building a Rico, the whole world know that these niggas BDs and GDs. Niggas try to out they ain't no Offset was a GD. Okay, but a lot of people do know Offset is GD. And y'all can take it however y'all want to take it, nigga. Ain't no building no Rico off something. These niggas got 300, BD, OTF, everything tatted on their body. The whole world know this already. Y'all saying that a nigga told by saying something that the whole world know already. Now let me break down y'all difference. Nobody knows what's going on. Y'all giving the police information, unknown information. Oh, they killed him. Oh, he put money on his head. Oh, yeah, they was doing this over there. They was selling drugs. Oh, yeah, they be over there. Oh, the gun over there. Oh, you in the courtroom pointing fingers. This is snitching, nigga. Y'all the ones telling, nigga. Your ass is a rat, dude. Fuck is you talking about? A paid informant for years. A paid informant for years. If I was a paid informant or informant, gang, I wouldn't be on no federal pay. I wouldn't came home. I wouldn't went to jail. If I did the police job, gang, I wouldn't went and did 4 years. If I gave them some information that was useful for them, why would I still go to the state pen? Why would I still go to the feds? Tell me. Tell me. If this information is useful and going to help these people, why did I still go to jail? You know what they do when your information is useful for them? They let you go. They let you go, because guess what? They could keep using you for more information. This ain't no fucking information they could use to do what they was gonna do. Well, like a nigga said, oh yeah, 600 Breezy just shot my homie. Oh yeah, Offset, he just killed one of the guys. Durk, yeah, he be in Detroit with Snap Dogg and them popping people doing. Nigga, that wasn't a conversation about nothing. Y'all ass better know the difference, man. This nigga Trenches News, man, you play crazy, man. Swiper, your ass is a real rat, bro. I don't care how y'all look at it. Y'all play the internet shit, nigga. Ain't nobody gonna play with me in real life and be like, Yella, you a rat. No real gangster street nigga gonna be like, folk, that's telling. We talking about if I told on Durk, don't y'all think Durk would have dissed me in a song that said something? You talking about a Snap Dogg. What is he on? 600 Breezer. What the fuck is he on? Offset. What the fuck is he on? What is these niggas doing? These niggas ain't harm nobody. This nigga a boxer. This nigga's a wannabe workout wrestler. And this nigga's a fucking a bad husband. What can a motherfucker get? What crimes are being committed? Have there been any crime committed for something that these people can use in the court of law that they could come back? King Yella, you said he was a GD, right? It's not illegal to be a GD, man. It's not illegal to be a black disciple. It's not illegal to be a Christian. You know how many, you have to be a part of something that's, if that's the case, Durk locked up for murder for hire, everything he got going on. Why ain't the whole OTF took down? These niggas all claiming BDs and OTF. Only the family, right? Because it don't work like that. You can't come get everybody, gang. It ain't gonna happen like that, bro. You can't, no. Stop listening to these internet thug warriors tricking y'all and making y'all think that. Nigga try to take up for OTF jam and then switch it up. Nigga, fuck out of here, nigga. You know what the fuck, y'all the same person. Wires and courtrooms and getting niggas locked up for the rest of their life. Name one person King Yella got locked up. Name one court date, name and show me some paperwork that I'm in. Show me. This is my own paperwork. Shit that I went to the pen, everything. Show me on somebody's paperwork. Or show me a confidential informant, a CI. That shit would have been out. I don't have private links with police officers. Nothing. What y'all talking about, nigga, I never been, that was never in an interrogation room. That was right across the street from Top Golf. That was broad daylight in the middle of the street. The police asking me questions. On front of the police car. We not in no room. I knew everything that they was doing, man. We conducting what's her name, man? Y'all, man, come on, man. Come on, man. We conducting a recording, whatever going on. Okay. Guess what? I play mind games, gang. Sometimes you go in that bitch to see what these people know. What they talking about, what they want to ask you. I want to see what they talking about. So you know how to move. Okay. Now I know what y'all know. Okay, they know about food now. They know about this. They know about that. Knock it off, man. If I was, hey, I swear to God, I was on federal paper, man. There's a detective in Vegas named Burgundy. He on all my cases. He's steady trying to get me locked up, right? He fucking with me. Other case, SWAT blew the door off. All this shit I'm recording, gang. If I'm working with these people, gang, why am I going to jail? Why is the SWAT blowing my doors off? Why are they antagonizing me and on me? Because they couldn't get nothing. That wasn't no information that they could use. What? I'm on federal papers. My PO called me. Yella. Yeah, Burgundy want to come holler at you. Burgundy want to come holler at me about what? Man, listen, man. I don't want to talk to nobody, man. What this man want to talk about? Man, you don't have to if you don't want to. But for me, just to seem like it ain't, make sure it ain't, come down here, man, and talk to these people. I came down there, man. What's up? Very aggressive, very strong, very everything. I'm fuck it. Let me see what they know. This since I've been home. Now guess what they doing? In the room. Now they in the room. In the federal building. Yeah, man, we been watching your YouTube channel, man. We seeing you doing this, but, man, we seeing you hang around these niggas. Man, what do that mean? You see me hanging what? What? Oh, I don't know nothing about them, man. What? Oh, he's a, yeah, he a blood, but he's a pimp, or woo. I don't, okay. He a pimp, what they got to do with me? What they got to do with me? Well, I'm just letting you know, if we catch you in this circle with these guys and da-da-da, I'm going to take you down again and da-da-da-da-da. They hate me, man. They hate me, man. Misinformed a lot of shit, man. Sometimes you can tell a motherfucker anything and send their ass the opposite way and spin. Sometimes you just listen to them to get the information they know. They know they can't use nothing on me. They can't get me to come in a courtroom. I'll never be on a Durk case, nigga. What do you mean, nigga? I ain't been around nothing. You can't say nothing. How could, what? What they gonna say? Yella said he was a BD? I never even said he was a BD. More the guy Snap Dog that be with Durk? What the fuck? Yeah, them guys ain't on shit. That's basically what's going on. Y'all asses tripping. Stop playing with me, man. But Snitch and Snooze, man, you, OTF Jam, a lot of you guys is real rats, man. Alpo ass niggas, man. You niggas on the stand. You niggas is sneaky. You niggas getting paid. Y'all getting checks every week, every month, making $100,000 a year for sending information to these people. They can't get no information from me. I don't give information on the internet. I listen to shit and tell stories, gang. Or put my 2 cents on there, nigga. What is you talking about? And if I do tell a story of some street shit, it's some old ass shit. Shit that happened to me. You can't go back like I did the shit I just said about Asa. This happened to me. Did I go press charges after the nigga robbed me? No, I didn't. The police can't go back 15 years ago and be like, hey, we're going to charge you for robbing King Yella for $300 a Sean John jacket. Stop it, man. That's my story, man. Did I go to the police and say,